The winter that almost broke the world. In December 1944, winter swallowed the Ardennes forest. The trees stood like frozen tombstones. The sky was gray, silent, waiting. And deep inside this frozen world lay a small Belgian crossroads town, Bastogne, a place unknown to history, a place destined to become a legend. For in that bitter week, when Hitler launched his final gamble, when the German war machine tried to split the Allied armies in two, only one unit stood between Europe and disaster: the 101st Airborne Division, the Screaming Eagles, young men, cold, surrounded, but unbroken. This is the story of their frozen stand. December 16th, 1944. The quiet Ardennes explodes with thunder. 250,000 German troops, 1,000 tanks and assault guns, all pushing west in Hitler's last desperate offensive. The world would remember this as the Battle of the Bulge. While American lines collapse under surprise, a vital crossroads becomes the target of German armored spearheads. Bastogne, control Bastogne, and Germany controls the entire road network of the Ardennes. Lose Bastogne, and the Allied armies risk being cut in half. The German 5th Panzer Army, under General Hasso von Monteville, moves fast. Towns fall, units shatter. U.S. forces retreat in chaos. Inside Eisenhower's headquarters, one phrase repeats: hold Bastogne at all costs. The 101st Airborne Division is resting near Mourmelon, France. They are exhausted from Holland, worn down by weeks of combat. At 10 p.m., General Maxwell Taylor is away. So command falls to a man forged in steel, General Anthony McAuliffe. Orders arrive: move out immediately, no winter gear available. The men rush to trucks. Some have no boots, some wear paratrooper jackets against minus 20 degrees Celsius cold. Most have no ammunition, but none question the orders. Private Ed shames. Cold? We didn't feel cold. We felt urgency. A 60-mile night ride begins. Toward Bastogne, toward the storm. December 18th. The men of the 101st enter Bastogne. Smoke rises, civilians flee. The first wounded arrive, shock frozen on their faces. Colonel Singh's 506th PIR, Colonel Harper's 327th Glider Infantry, Colonel Chapuis's 502nd PIR, all spread out, forming a defensive ring. The order is simple: hold, no retreat. But the facts are brutal. No winter clothing, little ammunition, no tanks, thin medical supplies, no air support due to weather, and the enemy closing from every direction. Still, the Screaming Eagles dig in. The siege begins. The Germans close in with the 26th Volksgrenadiers, the 2nd Panzer Division, and elements of elite SS Panzer units. Villages like Noville, Foy, and Mont de Saint-Étienne become battlegrounds. At Noville, a handful of paratroopers and tanks from Team Desaubry face overwhelming force. Lieutenant Colonel James Laprade looks out at dozens of German panzers and says quietly, "We hold here." Fighting rages all day. Shells tear houses apart. Snow turns black with soot. The men are pushed back. But they buy the time needed for the 101st to finish its defensive perimeter. The Germans tighten the noose. Bastogne is surrounded, complete encirclement. But the 101st sends a message to headquarters: we're here. We're staying. We're not retreating. December 20th to 22nd. The Germans launch wave after wave. Mortars scream over frozen treetops. Trees explode into splinters. The deadly tree bursts that rain down like razors. Paratroopers crouch in foxholes half filled with ice. Rations are reduced to 1 or 2 meals per day. Medical supplies are nearly gone. Surgeons work in basements under candlelight. Combat medic Eugene Rowe works until his hands bleed, whispering to dying men, "Stay with me. Stay with me." The screams are endless. The cold is merciless. The Germans assume the Americans will break. They are wrong. December 22nd. 2 German officers walk toward American lines carrying a message. To the U.S. commander of Bastogne. The message demands surrender. General McAuliffe, sleep-deprived, cold, irritated, reads it and laughs. McAuliffe: "They want us to surrender? "Aw, nuts." The staff suggests this is the reply. The official typed response reads, "Nuts." Colonel Joseph Harper delivers it to the German delegation. They ask, "What does this mean?" Harper replies, "It means go to hell." The message echoes across foxholes, across rifles, across frozen hearts. Morale skyrockets. The men are now fighting for the word itself. The fiercest attacks come at Foy, Recogny, and Assenois. German tanks roll forward. Paratroopers fire bazookas that misfire in the cold. Machine guns jam, hands freeze on triggers. Yet the line holds. In the 502nd, Lieutenant Colonel Bud Harper leads counterattacks with furious determination. At the 327th GIR, Sergeant Alvin Moody single-handedly stops a German assault with a machine gun burst. The men fight not only the enemy, but frostbite, hunger, and exhaustion. Some soldiers wake up with snow frozen on their faces. Some freeze to death in their foxholes. Still, the ring holds. Bastogne is not just a battlefield. It is a town full of families. Shelters overflow, food disappears, hospitals run out of morphine. Nurse Renée Lemaire, the angel of Bastogne, tends to the wounded day and night. On Christmas Eve, a German bomb hits the medical station. She is killed instantly. McAuliffe names a hospital for her after the war. December 24th, Christmas Eve. Artillery shakes the earth. Homes burn. Foxholes fill with snow. Yet the men sing quietly, "Silent night, holy night." Above, unseen through the blizzard, Allied pilots struggle to break through cloud. The men pray for clear skies. December 24th, afternoon. The sky clears, the roar begins. C-47 transports drop supplies. Ammo, food, medicine, blankets, right into Bastogne. Cheers erupt across the lines. Airdrops continue for days. Some are lost, some hit the wrong areas, but they keep the division alive. Morale rises. The Germans feel the shift. Victory might still be possible. General George S. Patton, commanding the U.S. Third Army, does the impossible. He pivots 3 entire divisions north in just 48 hours, a feat still studied in military academies. His objective? Break the siege. Reach Bastogne. Save the 101st. Every hour matters. Every mile is fought with blood. The German 901st Panzer Grenadiers try to stop him. They fail. Patton pushes forward relentlessly. December 26th, the 4th Armored Division, under Lieutenant Colonel Creighton Abrams, reaches Assenois, just south of Bastogne. German resistance collapses. Tanks burst through enemy lines. At 4:50 p.m., the first Sherman tank enters Bastogne. A paratrooper waves and shouts, "You guys are a sight for sore eyes." The siege is over, but the battle is not. Even after the relief, the 101st continues to fight, taking back Foy, fighting at Cobru, pushing the Germans east across the Somme River. By mid-January, the Bulge is erased. Hitler's last offensive fails. The cost is enormous. The 101st Airborne suffers. 1,400 killed and wounded. Hundreds more frostbite casualties. Entire units reduced to half strength. Civilians of Bastogne lose homes, families, entire streets. But the stand saved the Allied front, destroyed Hitler's last hope, and shaped the future of Europe. Today, Bastogne stands peaceful, its forests quiet, its crossroads open. But beneath the soil lie memories of frozen courage. General McAuliffe's words remain immortal. Nuts. The men who held the perimeter, young, cold, hungry, proved that spirit can be stronger than steel. They didn't fight for glory. They fought because the world needed them to stand. And stand they did. In the winter of 1944, on a lonely Belgian ridge, the 101st Airborne wrote one of the greatest chapters of American courage. Surrounded, but never defeated. Frozen, but unbroken. This was Bastogne. This was the Screaming Eagles' stand. This was the moment the war turned. Legends are not born. They are forged in snow and fire, and in the hearts of men who refuse to fall.